What it do, boys? It's Jackson. This is not my normal kind of video. Just testing out some things, but I just wanted to go over the most common myths that I've heard owning a marketing agency and doing things that are actually pushing the needle. So one of them is that you need to build a portfolio before you actually start selling. That is that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You can't build a portfolio without clients, okay? You don't have to sell per se when you get your first client. Put them on a 2 week free trial. Offer them a service that is value based when you're on that closing call, right? You get to the closing call and then you don't have a slide deck or you don't have a portfolio ready to show them. They're going to see that as, oh, well, they just haven't done it before, which is not good, right? So if you if you make something on that call or before that call that you can then show them on it to give them value, right? Whether you're running ads and you just make a quick video or an ad, right? Make something that you're truly proud of. I used to run websites. I would make a website before every single closing call I had, and I would offer them a free website with their services. My first client ever was I said, I made this website for you guys. Would you be interested in hop on a call? We hopped on a call. I showed him the website for the first time. He loved it and we moved forward. He didn't ask for any experience. He only asked for my age because I seem young, right? They don't care about experience if you give them value. The only time they're going to care about experience is when you're charging some ungodly price, right? If you're charging them $2,000 for a service that's really worth $1,000, they're going to be like, what's different about you? What's different? That's when you put them on a 2 week free trial. But $2,000 is like, you're still overcharging. So if you just lock in your pricing, you lock in your value, which you can give before the call or even during the call, then these closes are going to come so much easier. And then if you give it to them before the call, then your show up rate becomes easier, and then you don't have to deal with it on the call, right? The second thing is you need to know everything before you charge. That's just BS. You don't. You need to know what you're going to do, what your plan is, and how you're going to execute it. There's going to be things along the way that you don't know. With my first meta ads with setting up or onboarding into meta ads for the first time, I had no clue what I was doing. I was reading off a script on my right screen with everything in the middle, right? I had no clue what I was doing, but I still got through it, and now we're running ads for them, right? All you have to do is get going. Number 3, charge low to get your foot in the door. You need to get your foot in the door, but you don't have to do it by charging low. You either do that 2 week free trial and then do the full price. Provide them value and then do the full price. Technically, that's still charging them low, but really you're just delaying your payment 2 weeks and getting paid more than if you just did a low price. Second thing to that is that when you charge them low, people are like, despite what people say, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, this guy's giving me this for this much. That's crazy. I got a crazy good deal. They're going to be like, why is it so cheap? If you're charging $200 for ads to run them every single month, they're going to be like, why is this so cheap? What is bad about this so that it costs $200 a month, right? It's probably not getting me anything, which honestly could be true. If you're first starting off, if that's the offer you want to go with, do it, as long as you're starting. But I would 100% not recommend that. You need a professional website before you take anything seriously. That's not true. You can get your first client without a website, right? They're going to ask for your website. You can also just build one on Lovable. It takes 10 minutes, and then you can get that hosted. I know multiple companies that still have the Lovable domain, right, where it's like .lovable.app, right? I know multiple people that still have that domain and have more clients than me. It really does not matter. The website is just a point for conversion, but you can still get your first client, and then after that, reinvest that into your website. Make it perfect, okay? Everything that you do should be rooted from a cause, right? If you're going to do something, You need to do it with purpose. If nobody's asked you for a website, do not make a website. If nobody's asked you for something, don't do it. Right? You're wasting your time. So do it when it sees like value, when it sees the light of day from a customer. Another thing is pick one service and master it. I would almost agree with that, but it's still a myth. You don't have to do that. If you want to go full stack, if you kind of know what you're doing and you want to go full stack, go. As long as you keep going, right? As long as you put your balls to the wall and just go. If you can figure out and have good problem solving skills and can figure out how to run ads while doing automations, while doing a website, then do it. Because that is going to get you more value and the customers more value. And then you're going to be able to close more clients. It's obviously going to be a bigger fee, but you're going to be able to close more. If you can provide value and you can give them a way to say yes, then do it. I started with one service, but shortly after that, I changed to a full stack offer. And full stack works, right? Full stack, you're doing everything and they don't have to go through 4 different people to do the same service that you're doing, and you're doing it for cheaper because these all are going to charge what you charge, and they have to go from 4 people, if you know what I'm saying. Another thing is wait until you're legally set up. I'm still not legally set up, right? I'm still a freelancer. I'm technically not a legal business, um, but I'm still like doing this, right? You can still do this without an LLC and things like that. Those just help if you get sued or something like that, which simple as that. Don't do something that's going to get you sued, right? If you do something that's going to get you sued, you're doing something wrong. So figure that out, and that's your bigger problem, not the fact that you're legal. And one of the closing things is that results takes months to show. Sorry. Results take months to show. I would say that's false. I mean, quite frankly, I put up a website for one of my clients, and within the first week, he was on Google. He was first on Google for his area. Within the first 2 weeks, he got his first new lead. Within the first month, he got 3 new leads, right? That's not months. That's 1 month, and in 1 week, he was first on Google, which is insane. Like, that's extremely hard to do. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, those are just like 6 quick myths that I've heard doing this business for 6 months. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to drop a follow, follow along for the journey. See you guys next time.